Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to each and every one of you. What an exciting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Listen, we're going to go over the market a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about this new news coming from Washington. Not encouraging at all. Coming from Washington, and Jimmy James Filan shares with us some of the new information coming out of Ripple versus SEC case. Most importantly, the new teleconference, which is going to be important, a new date for that. So guys, listen, we're going to go over that stuff for sure. This is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. All right, guys, so listen, breaking news coming from Jimmy James Filan, telephone conference scheduled to discuss pending privilege dispute Tuesday, August 31st at 12 noon Eastern time, 12 noon Eastern time, the call-in details to follow. So look, a lot of people say that your judge can't be happy at this point. Judge Nutburn cannot be happy at this point because they're just not turning over the information that they said that they would. The SEC is not turning over to Ripple the information that they said that they would, that she has mandated to, in essence, shall turn it over. She's mandated this, and they still have not done it. So it's going to be interesting to see how she does that. It really is going to be really interesting to see how she does that. Some other stuff from Jimmy James. Garlinghouse and Larsen's motion to dismiss are pending before the court. The parties are still conducting fact discovery. 2 motions to compel are pending before Magistrate Judge Netburn, and the parties are requesting leave to conduct 2 depositions in September. The motion to strike and the motion to intervene are still pending, and the expert discovery deadline will be extended. The discovery deadline will be extended to November 12th of 2021. In my experience, anyone who thinks this case is settling anytime soon should reconsider. Very interesting. Should reconsider. He was right on the fact that Hammond would get deposed, right? So when some thought that he might not, right, that possibly he didn't. So this is interesting. Deadline extended to for discovery. Very interesting. So it doesn't look like this is going to settle anytime soon, but we don't know. Jimmy James has been doing his thing. We appreciate you, my friend. We appreciate you taking your time and energy and resource to share with this community and keep us up to date. So that's the latest, okay, coming from the SEC versus Ripple guys. Teleconference on the 31st in reference to these documents that the SEC and Judge Netburn has essentially ordered, if you will, the SEC to turn over to Ripple. They still have not done it. Right, update on Brad and Chris's motion individually, and of course, the discovery deadline being extended. Being extended to November. So, yeah, that's interesting. That's not going to be speedy. Sorry, let me share something else I wanted to share with you guys as well before I go into this article with about the bill with the United States infrastructure and cryptocurrency bill. It's not good. Ron Hammond gives us an update on that, and I'm going to go over an article I think is a great read that you guys should definitely listen to. Update on the crypto infrastructure fight coming from Ron Hammond, formerly Ripple. The general politics of the bill have muddied the waters as to what is the current political playing field we as lobbyists have to operate with. Amendments still not likely. We are working actively behind the scenes as this develops. And Chad, this is a response to Chad Pergram here. Chad Pergram covers Congress for Fox News. Okay, perfect. The Hitchhiker's Guide, great. House Democrats appear to have forged a temporary compromise, which they believe will enable them to adopt a budget measure for the 3.5, right? So let me go here, show you this thread, what else he said. Here's a quick political blurb of what is happening, but I wouldn't call it a defeat. We knew the possibility of amendments was slim to none. There are going to be other legislative vehicles and opportunities to fix this issue. It will take weeks. It will take weeks, not days. It will take weeks, not days. So here, let me cover this article with you guys. Where is it? There it is. So shout out to the Define for sharing this. So Washington forgets about crypto with infrastructure bill set to pass. The Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, on Tuesday committed to pass a president's bipartisan infrastructure bill by the end of September. Many in the cryptocurrency industry in the past few weeks have rallied to fight the legislation under the argument that the IRS service will place excessive reporting requirements for participants in blockchain's consensus making process. But DC is in a giant political quagmire right now, and the last thing on its mind is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and their offspring. This whole package is at the whim of broader politics, which is one of the reasons why attaching a provision like this to a 2,600-page infrastructure bill is just baseline, misguided. Miller White House Levine, the political director of the DeFi Education Fund. The DeFi Education Fund told the Defiant, that's too bad for blockchain investors because a new definition of what it means to be a cryptocurrency broker is set to pass within President Biden's $1 billion infrastructure plan. The bill passed the Senate in early August. So blockchain advocates in DC organized a big push as the language was discovered on the Senate side, but they have been oddly quiet as the legislation has sat in the House for final passes. That's not without reason. The advocates the Defiant spoke to explain the White House Rules Committee had already decided that the legislation would not be considered. The House Rules Committee had already decided that the legislation would not be considered with opportunities for amendment. Without that, there's no way to change the crypto language. Yep, pushing to simply vote down the bill is not really an option either because it otherwise has broad support. In those super high level political discussions, unfortunately, the crypto provision isn't top of mind. Yep, so the math got very big as this process proceeded. House Dems solidified and the left wanted to hold the infrastructure bill until the House received the budget resolution. Cool. The politics at this level are so broad, it's going to be difficult to hold up this giant $4.5 trillion worth of spending to fix this. So, I mean, I think they kind of came to an agreement on a 3.5 trillion. By holding hostage a bill centrists wanted to pass, the left is in a bit of a better position to move their own 3 trillion. Okay, I don't want to hear about that. The deal lands. White House, and there, that is there. Let me see what else I want to share with you guys. There are a few ways in which the broker language could be addressed. First is the upcoming budget reconciliation process. Once an overall budget resolution gets passed, many pieces of legislation will be written under what's known as the reconciliation process to detail how the overall budget will be spent. One of those pieces could potentially revise the broker language, but there's some danger doing so. Doing so would fall afoul of rules that limit extraneous provisions in reconciliation bills, known as the Bird Rule. Second, a new piece of legislation could simply be put forward by a legislator There's already a bipartisan group of senators that have language they have agreed upon that could put forward such a measure. The same language they attempted to offer as an amendment to the Biden's infrastructure bill. For our specific issue, I think we have the support for the majority of members of the Senate. I think we got caught up last time in broader politics, Ms. says. We have the support to do this fix. So they have a couple of options there. So that is the latest and greatest there. So we will definitely keep you up to date on this. This is, this is hugely important. And look, we got some muscle in the game, right? And so ultimately, I said it's going to boil down to, are we going to put our money where our mouths are and put, back this the lobbyists and such. And again, I'm hugely disappointed to hear that Coinbase, okay, so they got a bunch of suggestions. Coinbase executive slams the crypto provision in the infrastructure bill, gives a list of suggestions for lawmakers, right? So they slamming, but they only gave $100,000. $100,000. $100,000. Coinbase towards the lobbying of the PAC efforts. 100K, maybe 150K. Ripple, 500,000. And that's not enough. That's not enough. So, I mean, Coinbase can come up with suggestions, but ultimately you gotta have to put some money into this. And for that, for Coinbase and that the latest evaluation that they got to only give $100,000, 150,000 maybe, is sad. Let's go over the numbers here real quick, guys. I'm looking into this Ergo. Gotta look into that some more. Let's go over the numbers. I know the market is down. It's down 1.4%. It's 2.13 trillion. Oh, look at Bitcoin at 47,000. Ethereum is at 3,175. Cardano is $2.72. Shout out to Danny Lowe. Binance Coin's $495. XRP is at $1.16. Cool. Dogecoin at 28 cents. You ever get to the point now where you welcome the dips, like you welcome the the necessary pullbacks to make for a healthy market? I mean, that's where we are now. Like, we welcome these pullbacks to welcome that a healthy market, because if it goes straight up, man, it's going to come straight down. Dogecoin is at 28 cents. Polkadot's at $25.72. Solana $70. Muni is at $26.75. Let's see, and that should be the top 10 there, but I am going to go to Polygon. Got to keep an eye on Polygon. $1.48. That's down 9% on 7-day. I have to be careful over there. Terra Luna is at $29.79. So guys, the market is doing what the market does. I wanted to give you the latest and greatest on this news coming out of the Ripple versus SEC and coming out of Congress at the moment with this infrastructure bill. So there is still a little bit of sliver of hope in terms of other options that can be done, and we will continue to pay attention to that. I'll be doing another video here on a little bit of some of my DeFi things that I'm looking into. Shout out to looking into Basket DAO for sure. So guys, listen, I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this, and that is old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our time to win, guys. This is our chance to win. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.